It's been a busy 8 weeks since Roy Thompson was named head football coach at Arkansas Tech University, and now his first signing day as the leader of the Wonder Boys has arrived. More than 30 young men have signed with Arkansas Tech and will join the football program for its 110th season this fall. Coach Thompson, thank you very much for being with us. I wanted to begin, it's been a busy 8 weeks, as I said, since the last time you and I had a chance to visit, and obviously you've been able to seat a recruiting class during that time, but I also know that you've been busy before that identifying and hiring a coaching staff. If you could just tell us a little bit about the gentleman who will be along on the ride with you for this 2025 football season.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely been a busy time, and I'll tell you what, it's been a lot of fun. I think we've got a great staff in place. Those guys have been here on campus, since the beginning of the semester. The last one came in about 2 days ago, so I'm really excited. Our offensive coordinator, Kevin Weavers, he's an Arkansas guy, Arkansas Tech guy from right here close in Scranton, Arkansas. Man, he's an unbelievable guy. Great offensive pedigree, been a lot of places. Really excited about Coach Weavers. Coach Espy, defensive coordinator. We've probably been together for 12 years, over many different stops. We've got a funny story. He was the head coach and I was the DC, and so we've now reversed roles. The great thing about Coach Espy is that he knows exactly what it takes to build a program. He's been a part of one as a player. He's been a part of it as a coach. He's built the program himself. So having somebody with head coaching experience, right beside you is definitely exciting also. My offensive line coach, Richard Hutchins, he is from North Alabama also, been with Coach Weavers, and what I can tell you about him is, man, that guy's fiery. If the O-line plays how Coach Rich coaches, we're gonna have a lot of fun. Okay, he's a lot of fun. And then the last guy that we hired on and is a part of the staff is Adrian Riley. He's coming to us from Adams State in Colorado. He's been an offensive coordinator. Very, very good recruiter. He actually landed a 2-star receiver in the last weekend. Big time recruiter, great offensive mind. So we've got a great balance on the staff of multiple people with a lot of different experiences at a lot of different levels. And then Coach Corbin is still here, and I would say he's probably a rock behind it all. He knows how Tech operates. He's a local guy. He bleeds green and gold, and he's been really, really great having on the staff and being supportive. And then the last guy is Coach Chris Bonta. Again, he's got some Texas ties from Tarleton State and Navarro, a lot of experience. He's been a coordinator, so hopefully we all can follow because we got a lot of experience in the room, which I think is a good thing.
We mentioned more than 30 young men have made the decision to sign with Arkansas Tech. I know you've also got some walk-ons on top of that. As you evaluated your needs going into this recruiting season, which was abbreviated, just an 8-week season for you to get these guys here, what were your top priorities in terms of the personnel you needed to go and find?
Absolutely. Man, we really thought defensive line, offensive line, and receiver were some really big categories for us heading into this recruiting cycle. And I've been a part of some really good defensive line recruiting classes, and this one's going to be one to watch. Man, there's some talented guys in this class. Great length, great size, great motors. It's a really, really, really deep class, and some of those guys are going to have to play football for us next year, and I'm excited about it. When we went into it, we asked the question, we said, does this guy have the ability and the body and the strength levels to play for us early, especially when we were talking about those big dudes up front? And as we went through the class and the guys that we were able to acquire, we feel like they've got bodies that are ready to come and contribute on a college level. And so I'm definitely excited about that. And, man, at receiver, I feel like we got a really good receiver class. Again, Coach Riley landed a big fish in the last weekend. But there's a lot of talent in that room. We got a kid from right up the road in Van Buren that we identified as probably the best receiver in the state at our level. And so being able to land him was huge. And then they just kept popping up and we kept taking them. So it was pretty fun. And then we ended up with a really good running back class. There were some difference makers in that unit on the board. And so we were able to land some really good guys in that room and flip a kid from East Texas late in the process who we had a prior relationship with. So that was awesome also.
Obviously, you love to have those difference-making guys that you feel like can come in and really make an impact on day one and be ready to play for you as true freshmen. That's a great thing to have. But I imagine there are some other guys in this class that you look at and think maybe they're not ready right now, but you see a lot of potential in them, and the investment that you and your staff are going to make in these guys 1, 2, 3 years down the line, those guys could be big difference makers too, couldn't they?
Absolutely. So when I look at this class and kind of how I thought about it, I really wanted this class to be the foundation for conference championships, right? And one class can do it. If you recruit the right guys with the right demeanor and the right attitude and the right work ethic, I feel like you can build a conference championship level team off of one class. And I know you can do it because I've seen it done and I've done it. And these guys have those attributes, man. They're hardworking kids. Education matters to them. Great families. And they want to be really good football players. So it was a lot of fun to share our vision with the kids as they came into the room and getting to talk to them and their families. And again, their talent level got them in the room, man, but their personalities and who they were as people is what, like, we want those guys to be a part of our program. So I'm excited. I really do think we've got a class that is going to compete for and win conference championships. Those guys are talented and they're good kids and good people.
Now that you have these guys in the fold, the young men who signed and then also the ones who have made the commitment to come here and be walk-ons as Wonder Boys, as you look forward now through the next few months going up to the season opener, how much more work do you have to do to finalize that roster for 2025? Or do you feel like you more or less have the guys that you need?
No, we're not done yet. So, it's kind of funny. Like we got snacks and donuts and all that stuff because, yay, it's signing day, but we're right back to work. We've got, the windows are open for the transfer portal and junior college recruiting. And for us, this is like NFL free agency. There's still an opportunity to go out and upgrade our roster. So, we got some young talent and we're excited about it, but we still need some help in some other situations, some other spots. And so I'm excited about transfer recruiting, because it takes all of those guys to put the program where we want it to be. In the end, I would love to be a 90%, 95% high school team. We're not there today, so we've got to get back to work. We got to go find guys who can help us and contribute at a high level next year.
When signing day is over, the next thing that football fans' minds go to is spring practice. Mm-hmm. What is spring ball going to look like under head coach Roy Thompson?
Well, it's going to be fast. It's going to be physical. It's going to be exciting. So I'm really excited. We're probably going to have one of the earliest spring footballs of anybody in the country. We're going to start at the end of February because I want to get those guys out there and I want to see them. I want to see them play. One of the most important things we're probably doing right now is our off-season conditioning. We had our first war zone this morning, which is our mat drills, and so that's probably more important than spring football because these guys on the football team right now, they've got talent. These kids are talented. We've got to teach them how to grind, how to work, how to be relentless, how to finish, and so hopefully, if we do our job over the next 3 to 4 weeks, when we get to spring football, you'll see fast, you'll see physical, you'll see a team that finishes, you'll see mentality because of the work that we're putting in right now. And so if I did a good job right now, spring ball should be fun. And so that's the goal for right now.
There are 211 days between signing day and the first game of the season on Thursday, September 4th, out at Southwestern Oklahoma State. What are the most important ways that this group of Wonder Boys individually and collectively need to grow during those 211 days in order to be ready to pursue their potential this fall?
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, meeting with you, I should just meet with you weekly because you got the dates. You can keep us on track for sure. The things that are important, man, we got to do the little things right on and off the football field. And I know that sounds simple. We talk about details, effort, and finish, right? Those are the things that are going to help us be successful when we go to Southwestern, when we play that first game. Details, effort, how we play the game, and then finishing at a high level. And again, that's what we're doing right now. Individually, each guy has to do his job at an elite level. And then we've got to take that to a position. Then we've got to take it to the team as a whole, offense, defense, special teams. So details, effort, and finish. That's what we've got to do to be successful heading into that first game. And I'm excited about the process. I really am. Each and every day, these guys are working extremely hard. But it's not just good enough to work hard. You got to work hard and you've got to do it right. And you've got to do it at an elite level. And you've got to have multiple people doing it at that elite level. And so trying to get all 93 guys that are on the roster today, right, doing their job at an elite level. If we do that, that first game will be really exciting.
That is Roy Thompson, the head football coach at Arkansas Tech University. Be sure to follow ArkansasTechSports.com for more updates as we head toward the beginning of the 110th season of Arkansas Tech football on Thursday, September 4th.